I'm looking at the plow truck like The Shining. No. Who is viewing me that's causing me to not function properly? Timmy! Okay, we're going outside. You want to update on how Casey looks? Timmy, a crow. Timmy, shut up. I'm going outside. I'm gonna go outside where it's cold so I can smoke a cigarette, and then I'm gonna come back in and I'm gonna do a bunch of things because it's the first. And you know what you do on the first of the month, guys? You go out there and get it. You go out there and get it. You heard me. You go out there and you get it. And if you don't, God help you. Gonna have myself time. Friendly faces everywhere. Homo without temptation. There's no woods. Can somebody call the woods and tell him I miss him? Can somebody please go out and call the woods and tell him I miss him? There's a cat out there that's gonna be my next girlfriend. Don't look at that phone. A UFO crash landing card. You don't say. You don't say. Who's telling? Okay. Somebody's telling me in the spirit to Google their net worth. Is there a famous person around? Is there a rich and wealthy man around telling me to Google their net worth? I'm ready to build a movement to save the world. It's not hard. It's just propaganda. All it is propaganda in truth. I have an opinion nobody else can function enough to create. You know what I'm saying? Now I need my preliminary smoke before my regular smoke. Okay, we're ready. Now we have to put my boot liners in and then we're going outside. Oh my God, should we do a Walmart prank? I would, but I'd get arrested for trespassing. I would need to go. Carmen's going home. What do you know about that? What do you know about life? What do you know? You couldn't comprehend the amount of knowledge that I've accumulated in the past few days. You little twerps. I can feel you in the ether. I know what you did. I know what you did. You little slaves to depression. You little slaves to depression, you. Don't you know that life could be a dream? When you quit your substances that you're addicted to. Don't you know life could be a dream? Don't you know you never have to take energy from anyone, ever? That was a myth. Because people wanted to be competitive. Because the world they built by beating others only did them wrong. Because no one taught them how to love. We're closing in on Layerold. We're closing in on Layerold. Who is? The adrenal triphosphate force? That plow just slammed into a snowbank like it was nobody's business. I must don my hat before I venture out into the dangerous wastes. The dangerous wastes, guys. I'm venturing out into the dangerous wastes, guys. Can you bless me with the Mother Mary's rosemary? Can you give me the frankincense and myrrh so that I can give her the frank and girth? Can you give me the frankincense and myrrh so I can give her the girthy frank? Thank you. Yeah. It's that scene in the superhero movie. Yeah. 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 And then it super cuts to me pissing. Too bad I already did. You thought I was going back to the bathroom, you fucking nuts. Here's my lighter. Now I just need my key card. And I need my... I don't need my wallet. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going outside. Alright, we're here. Everything is awesome. Now I'm just going to take one little quick walk through. Grab my hat in case I want to be out there longer. Grab my gloves in case... This is a sock, isn't it? No, it's gloves. Grab my gloves in case I want to be out there longer. Now we're going to exit the building. We're going to have a serious talk, you and I. Just kidding, I juked you. I'm just going to slam. God. Push it to the limit. Push it to the limit. Somebody punched a hole in that one. Don't look at the cameras. Now I have to close it because they'll get mad at me. Okay, we're here. Napakala Films, hello. Hello, Napakala Films. How are you doing? XD. Let's see if we can find my cat friend. There's a stray cat out here. Napakala Films? What kind of films do you make? What films do you make, man? Or woman? Is there a truck out? Look, I'm gonna walk right into the do not enter sign. No one's gonna fucking bother me. Okay. I invite any benevolent angels to show themselves to me and the camera in an amazing spectacle that we'll remember forever. You know how they like to do it? To the one person that cares. They don't do it through grand gestures. They do it sometimes when there's more of a... They know it'll be a very fulfilling and emotional experience. But for the most part, they like to operate in the subtleties because they're not egocentric. Do you know what that means? That means their grandiosity, their best thing they love to do is just the subtlety of seeing that cat for the first time jump out of the trash while I'm standing alone talking to people. God, thank God for light pollution, huh? It's like the sun just went down, but it's in the early morning. And I'm trying to stop snow from getting into my boots while I go on a walk through the woods. You're from Finland? Let me see, hold up. My phone screen has cracks, so it's hard to read. That's dope. Well, you've come to the kingdom of creative champions. I'm sort of like a safe haven for people that are scared that if they go into the industry, they'll sell their soul. So I make content for content creators, and I also open up the secrets to the universe as the most powerful, oldest soul possible, according to numerology and astrology and gematria. I had no choice. Somehow I wound up in such weird circumstances that I embody the most ancient energy possible.
So I just be walking around. Sometimes I have these amazing, profound experiences. Some of my subscribers, I've taught them how to call shooting stars, and we're not sure if it's aliens or angels or if the universe is conscious. But sometimes we look up and ask for shooting stars and we get them immediately. So I'm just walking through all this snow, walking out here for some reason, because I feel like it. And I'm also looking for a place to piss and a cat, because who knows what's gonna happen. My whole life I've been alone. But the way the lighting looks, look at this. The buzzing of the electric power lines. Is that a picnic table? So in the summertime, we'll not be able to come out here without a dog and a gun, because there will be bad drug addicts that will always want drama. And if I were to hold all my energy here, you fill up my senses like a night in the forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. Fill up my senses. I'm a 33 life path, born on the 11th. All my signs are Sagittarius, Aquarius, except for my Taurus rising, which puts my Venus in Scorpio, my Saturn in Taurus, my Jupiter in Aries in the 12th house, which means that my past lives were so violent that the only way I could incarnate on this planet is with I pulled all the energy back to me for a second, thinking about how to explain Sun in the 8th house, which is like your life is a prison. And a ton of car alarms just went off, because I'm in a homeless hotel, which is the darkest. I thought it was the darkest energy, but you know what? The darkest energy might be the suburbs. And they just might be caught in a delusion. Either way, I'm gonna piss off this bench by pissing off this bench. Oh, I thought you were Napakala. It says that there's 0 people in the chat and 0 people liked. So I thought you left. I was talking to myself. I will respond to what you said. Where's Larry? His birthday's tomorrow. But I don't live by things anymore. I know they're there, but I build my life in Christ. Yes. I feel like the Bible is this giant coded thing that once you understand enough of it, it unlocks something in your brain that I feel like I naturally have the software update for. Like, I think most people and I don't want to spread propaganda or misinformation, so I don't know this to be fact. I'm not saying this is the truth, but I have this feeling that the same way that I get divinely inspired and I'm just like walking down the street, and then suddenly I start to like really know and understand things about other people that I didn't really think about. I think that there are people that their job in this world, in the collective consciousness, is to be like that Pink Floyd triangle that takes in the light and spreads out the rainbow in a way that they fully have devoted their life to understanding things about the universe And because they're here on the planet, part of this giant ecosystem where the trees take in information from the surroundings and bring it down into the ground, I think that some people bring things up from the ground and some people bring things down. And then because they enter the earth, it all gets spread around. And that's why some people are able to, I'm seeing like a kid in the projects that doesn't see a way out, and he's like a drug addict, and he doesn't know what to do, and he's not, in this case he's not black. I'm seeing the kid that went to Adam 22, and he was the white kid with dreadlocks and red hair that was on Adam 22. That Adam 22 said, all rappers are probably liars, right? Cardi B said that, and the kid was like, I don't know, and he was trying to act way too hood. But that kid was lost and confused, and nobody was there for him, and that's why he ended up like that. And I saw that there was some type of being. I just saw in my mind that he doesn't realize that when he got high that he got divinely inspired by that being, but that being only was able to feed him what I created in my life here, alone, sitting alone with the universe and whatever's around me. When I manifest and work with energies, I created something that was used to help others. And then if you look at Casey Rocket, Kurt Cass, Kai Cenat, Kendrick Curry, Cassius Culpepper, Cassius Clay, Kurt Cobain, there's something that's really obvious and big and meaningful about their lives that the public can view, that is symbolic as a motif that supports the theme of the personal life that I'm living, in a way that it built me up to the realization that my name means the oldest tree, the tree of life, whose DMT it produces taught the ancient Egyptians and Atlanteans how to connect to the infinite, up into the universe, and ascend to the highest realms. So the things I created alone, walking as a child, homeless since 14, all the things that I pioneered and persevered to try to create that I never got because I was extremely traumatized and reset. In my elemental year of the cat, I was able to see all the different things that I had tried to make. The traveling pickup artist, Kurt Cass, the lovable, small, but confident, I just want to say momentum-based, like always going, that perseverance in Kai Cenat, the dancer. Casey Rocket, I want to say the persuader, and then I think Kurt Cass was the diplomat, and then the relationships that those people had with the strangers that they met, like Kai Cenat and Duke Dennis and Ray. I also had Dukes and Rays in my life, that the same exchange of information in the relationship between us was the same couple years later in those people, almost like they were sort of reflections of myself. Most of my life is just wandering around, not like terrified of the universe, and I don't know what to do or where to go, and I'm just excited to see what the stage master has prepared for me. This moment right here, because I couldn't imagine. I could imagine this, but it doesn't hit my mind the same way as discovering this for the first time. The whites on the trees, the quiet of the woods, but the feeling that it's happy that I'm here. I can feel the relation, now that I'm back out here, I can feel the relationships of all the different people that I passed and talked to in that building. So I could just feel it, like their energy is reaching out like tentacles. And I could feel that Lynn is happy with me and goes to bed like comforted by the fact that I'm here. Not to make it weird, that's just what I got. It just hit me which gives me a lot more, like now I feel responsible to save all of their lives. When they're rude to me like Ken, I don't feel the necessity to go into their life and try to make a difference. But with people that care about me now, I feel like they all are relying on me to do something impossible. Which, I mean, the universe has prepared this for me. They might as well be doing a lot more. I know that I tend to motivate people to a point where they can't comprehend what to do and where to go. Like I tend to motivate people to a point where it gets overwhelming. And that's when the teaching that I have is necessary for that small, consistent daily action where you focus on one thing at a time with growth over consistency, while you have a backdrop of different avenues that you're growing through, like supplement use and push-ups and exercise, so that you can slowly over time be doing something that puts you in a better position to do more. And that's all life is. I just, like, just that right there makes you a king. That's all Andrew Tate did. That's all anybody does. That's all you can do in life. The way that I do it, the perspective I have for it, though, allows for people to become things that usually goes to their head, and then I have to leave them. Because when they realize they can't handle it, but they don't want to go back to their miserable life, they come at me. And then I have a bunch of people that are negative, jealous, always trying to demean me or lock me in a box in relationships that I just don't fit inside. Like I feel the emotion, like I'm sure you guys feel it more than me, because I choose to like dilute myself in trauma. But this emotional tug of war for social hierarchies in in who gets to have the emotions and the position over each other, I completely avoid that. And it works out. I don't know. I don't think it's often to my detriment. But yeah, I guess it would be that I'm not living up to my potential by avoiding it. Because I know that I understand that, because I've been gifted with the looks and the life and the style of creation, that it just doesn't apply to me. So maybe those games happen to me so that I can show them that it's worthless and meaningless. And it's only supposed to be used on people that are so, like, it's for people that need to be beaten at their own game. So there are people that are obsessed with that life, people that scream at me on the internet, people that spend their whole, like, most of their day contemplating, plotting how to get one over on other people, how to be better than others. And I feel like if people like me and people like that are gifted with creation, with just a creative mind and probably a lifetime of ostracization that caused them to introspect, that allowed them to do things, but also have the compassion necessary to never want to overstep and to sort of not even nurture, but just to look at things with abject respect, where you can see something and not get involved. I think those people are designed literally just to blow those guys out of the water. No diddy. That's what I've been doing my whole life, so I'm assuming that there's others. Like, I assume we all have, I think we all picked up energies of the universe and the earth, and we signed a soul contract where we get to be on this planet maybe in the hopes that we can eradicate certain things with the planet and nurture and grow certain other things. So I think that all of these little relationships that I see my friends having when I look down from my peak on the mountain and I look into the town and I see all the different people and what they're doing, I see a lot of relationships of people that are trapped in darkness, and I see one guy that is the hero. And I see that everywhere. Everywhere's got the hero versus the people trapped in the darkness, the evil versus the hero. And I think that they're all the same. They're just puppets. They're the same thing. And the soul's journey involves all of them at once. It's like an overarching bubble that they're all inside, playing out a story to transfer information like equations in a computer. Now my forehead's starting to really hurt. I just got something beamed into my head, and now it really hurts. This pressure. But yeah, there's some Casey content. How does it feel? You're not alone. I don't know. I hope Larry has a good birthday, man. I hope I didn't contribute to any sort of depression by not allowing him to speak to me, by blocking him. I want to reiterate. But the crows do fuck with me. They've been fucking with me. And then they're smart enough that when I got the gun, they fucked with me. I spent all that time looking for that gun so that I could get these crows. And you know what they did? They flew behind the tree. They flew behind the tree because they know it's a pain in the ass for me to walk all the way over there to get behind the tree to shoot them. So they still did exactly what they're supposed to do here on the planet. They just hid instead of screaming in my face. It was probably a spiritual war. No, it was the storm. Okay, and it brought honor to my ancestors. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Now, does Casey... No, Casey's not going to fuck that 18-year-old girl. She's not a drunk loser. She's a leader. But she might also be possessed by things. But what I did do is I made a joke when she was talking about she was probably dealing drugs and doing all this garbage shit. And I accidentally walked with my Domino's pizza. And I went through the wrong hallway and I saw it and I said, "This isn't my hallway." And then everybody was like, and I walked away. And I felt happy for a little bit, which was pretty cool. But then I passed out and I've been waking up lifeless, empty. So I came out here and I'm going to start, I don't know. I want to figure out where the cat is. And I also want these woods to get to know me a little bit. Okay, so a big light just came out of the tree and it said, "They already know you." And then I saw that the entire planet is connected. I feel like if anyone steals my energy, it has nothing to do with me. And it's being watched. It's all a test. Do you guys see that light? That dim light at the top of the mountain? What do you think that is? It's not dim, it's just far away. Okay. So I'm ready. If everybody else is ready, I'm ready. Or I guess I have to make everybody ready. Okay. Damn. I feel betrayed. I feel betrayed. It's okay. I I always jump at anyone that treats me with kindness, regardless of who they are. They're just. It's okay. At 3011. I don't want to have to crack the hammer down. I'm gonna have to crack the hammer down. Okay. Should I do? That's gonna be cool. I'm excited. I'm gonna put my glove on. Where did my second glove go? Okay. I worked really hard for my creative style. So, kind of opening myself up to share it with people makes it feel less special. But as long as I hold on to it. It all comes back to me. Should we walk into the woods? No, let's stand here for a second. You just dropped a car. You just drove a car. Nabakala Films, I'm looking for video editors. I have TV shows I want to make. I have a big movement that's ready to be made. The world is in weird times right now. My state of Vermont needs a king, and the people that are in power currently are pushing it in the wrong direction, in my opinion. So I don't know if I want to spend another year as the guy surviving the storm. I think it's time that I go out and do things. So I'm taking the next 80 days. To work and build. So I'm looking for people that are also motivated, that have projects they want to do. And I have a Discord server where people are gathering to make things. And I have content I want made. It was either that or live out in the woods freezing. And then I would have bought a guitar. I don't know if the guitar strings would have broken the cold. Okay. Life changes very quickly. Okay. Okay. The cops and the cunts and the creeps and the crows all want the same thing, to rip and tear at your soul. So before the morning comes, something else can come and try and grab a hold and take control, and now they own you. When I was just a boy, they all told me I was blessed, and something about me means I'm meant for success. Now they all talk shit behind my back, put a target, told the town I'm hooked on crack, and then I'm messed up in the head and I need meds because I don't want to work a stupid fucking job and pretend I have a boss. Well, I grew up poor in a ski resort town where we all make money by eliminating frowns, and I think it's kind of funny how these whites are so proud, but when the rich men come around, they all keep their head down and submit just like a dog. Well, when I can't get to sleep, I think of old folks' homes where those spiteful little bullies cry until they die alone, 'cause the world they built by beating others only did them wrong, 'cause no one taught them how to love. And I hope that they see me on my Indian Scout when I take their little girls on a ride around town. And they have to bitch to God 'cause the nurse don't care to hear them cry about it, 'cause she's on TikTok showing off her butt. And when they're on their deathbed, I hope that they see my face when whatever tortures me shows them all the love I gave, trying to help them sing and clap along to my broken-hearted songs. Hey, hey, hey. And before they meet their grave and the good Lord takes them away, I hope the final breath they take is followed by a list of names, and somewhere along the way I get an I'm sorry and an island from their estate. And the cops and the cunts and the creeps and the crows will have another friend to follow everywhere I go. And I'm so grateful for him, 'cause without him I wouldn't have ever known the value that I hold. Well, I hear voices in my head. It gets worse when I get out of bed. And I don't trust that I'll find a love that understands. So leave me be and let me smoke my cigarettes. 'Cause deep inside I'd rather be dead. 'Cause I make choices that lead to dead ends, led by a mind afraid of itself. And I just can't find no one who can look at that with respect. 'Cause the cops gave me trauma and the crows ate the rest. And I don't know how to be human again, so don't talk to me 'cause I'm tired of pretending all good things should end. Well, all these voices in my head get so beautiful you couldn't comprehend. And they tell me one day you'll see me somewhere way out there with the best, and you'll all come back, you wanna be my friend. But for now I'm a monster that haunts at 3 a.m. Now I'm a monster that haunts at 3 a.m. I'm going to Johnson to get me a job. Don't know where I've been, don't know where I've gone, but I didn't mean to stay here so long. I'm sorry I can't fit inside of your box. If you knew where I'd been, you'd know why I stopped. I'm going to Johnson, so you can fuck off. Going to Johnson. I made me a list of those who did me wrong. I'm going to Johnson to get me a job. If They don't say sorry, they're gonna meet God. I'm going to Johnson. I'm going, gone. I miss my mom. I miss my dad. I miss my house. And what we had, it ain't that bad. 'Cause I still have it all in here. And I can go back anytime that I feel sad. I miss your smile, the way you laugh. I miss your eyes. And what we had, it ain't that bad. 'Cause you moved on, but in my heart, you're laying with me. But you're all gone. I'm still around, wandering anywhere but my hometown. And I'm scared to see what they built on what burns down. You're all here in my memories. I keep like an old 8-track of classic CDs. I play when I lay back and fall to pieces, terrified of what I can't see. I'm on a hill next to a tree, staring out at the bittersweet. The ghosts of you and what I couldn't do, a symphony. Ain't life sweet? I miss my mom, I miss my dad, I miss my house, and what we had, it ain't that bad. I'm off the edge, lost in my head, where nothing makes sense. Can we be friends? Is this the end? 'Cause I fucking hate you, but you inspire me. But you inspire me. I'm off the... And then there's a feature that I'm probably never gonna have the guy finish the song, but there's an empty space for him. And the clouds are covering the sky. It's not a full moon. So I'm assuming that every night it'll be this bright. Which means that if I had a guitar, I could come here every night and play. And nobody would hear or bother me. It's hard to stay focused in there. It really is like it's tugging at me. And then I just lose all my ideas. But we'll figure it out. Oh my God. I just remember I just got inspired for a song that I made 2.5 years ago that I thought that I lost. but I just remembered it. I'm excited. I guess we sort of decided that the albums wouldn't be coming out when I made them. Like it was better to release the songs as I made them. Like I had a song called Dummies that was supposed to come out in June and July, like mid-June of 2023. And that's when it would have hit the hardest. But I figured if they really are classics, when I release them, it won't matter, and they should still feel like how I felt then. Okay. I was waiting for people to pop in and say things. Nobody popped in and said things. So I will go back in and I will work on what I need to do next, which is figure out how to fix the stuff that's broken and just keep writing down things that will make my life better. And then we will go into Walmart. I will go into Walmart and take a look around at what's available so that I don't overspend. But I have a feeling that Walmart food isn't good for you at all. I did not want to okay. Okay. I'm getting to know where the people that their behavior was confusing to me. I'm able to see where they're coming from better. And I think that the woods is a much better world than their world. I think we're nearing a point where people will recognize the value of having homes that are closer to nature. But yeah, nobody's windows are open. It's far enough out there. No one will hear me belting my music. And if I keep walking on this path that I made, the snow won't bother me. Okay. I'm off the edge, lost in my head, but it all makes sense. Is this the end? Can we be friends? 'Cause I fucking hate you, but you inspire me. But you inspire me. I'm off my meds. lost in my stress. Now I know I'm blessed. Okay. Having the phone on makes everything a little stale. Especially when I put it right in front of my heart. So my point of focus becomes the camera. I don't think I ever want to live another winter outside. But I definitely don't want to live any longer the way that the inside world is currently. The cat ate all the food. Morning. Okay. Top of the morning to you. So you know how I've been saying I need Adderall for years now? This episode on South Park I'm watching is one where the kids all took Ritalin to help their ADHD. It made them so boring. They liked Phil Collins music. And I'm pretty sure that I like Phil Collins music. I don't think I'd ever see him in concert. I might see him if you went to like a jazz lounge. Okay. That was an hour. I'm going to end the stream and start a new one later to keep it cool. What the hell are you talking about?